This past year of my life, we moved to the beautiful shoe shop and really started meeting people that really just spoke to my soul. Good friendships, just good people, good opportunities for both myself and my husband. However, there was just this feeling that it was like something just didn't feel right. It was almost like this black cloud kind of hanging over me, and it was really hard to explain and share with anyone because on paper I had everything that I'd asked for. You know, I was living in this nice, warm, beautiful location. My parents had just moved across the street. I have a husband who's loyal and faithful and kind, 2 beautiful kids. And there's just something that, that was really, really nagging, and it almost to the point it would hurt my heart, like there was something wrong, and I couldn't quite figure it out. And then it started manifesting in physical ways, in back pain, in a lot of gastrointestinal issues. Kept going back to the doctor and saying there's just something's not right. You know, and I think as a woman, we know when things aren't right. And it took pushing and pushing, and finally I had a physical done in May, as well as blood work, which came back perfect. The physical said, yeah, we could probably maybe look at getting an ultrasound. So I had an ultrasound booked. I got my reminder in the mail in July saying that they had booked my appointment for November. And I remember at that time thinking, I almost laughed. I thought, oh, this is our medical system. You know, it's gonna take forever. And I almost crumpled it up and threw it away. However, I didn't. I left it on the counter, and it kind of stared at me. And then I think there was another one at the end of October that came as a reminder. So I did end up tossing out one of them. And then came the day of the exam, and I felt relatively fine. Like my back pain wasn't flared up that day. My tummy was feeling okay. And I remember even saying to the girl who was doing the ultrasound, I said, I feel like I'm just taking up somebody else's space right now. I said, I don't feel like this is necessary. You know, maybe we should just get somebody else in here instead. And she said, well, it's up to you if you don't have to have this done. And in that moment I said, well, you know, I'm here anyway. Let's just get it done. And the whole time I was in a really great mood. I remember talking with her and joking around that she had the best job ever. And she was very solemn. And I remember thinking, oh no, there might be something actually wrong. And sure enough, the very next day I got a call from my family doctor who said, we found masses here, and here, and the list just seemed to go on. And I asked him if he could send me a copy of it, and I remember sitting, reading it, and going, I think my first words were, holy smokes, I'm lit up like a Christmas tree inside. Immediately, I think we knew it was cancer. The only other explanation was a severe liver infection, which it was in too many places. So basically what it was is my breast cancer from 7 years ago had come back and had metastasized throughout my body. So it has spread to my bones, my liver. There's a mass near my pancreas, throughout my pelvis. There's spots on my lungs, ribs. It's not a pretty picture, and it is diagnosed as stage 4 metastatic breast cancer, even though I don't actually have breasts anymore per se, because I had a double mastectomy 7 years ago. It's still classified as breast cancer. I think when the news actually finally came in, it was 21 days after I had the ultrasound results. So relatively quick, and when I finally got the news that it was, stage 4 cancer, I almost breathed a little bit of a sigh of relief. I think that there was a part of me that thought it was probably going to be terminal, and that scared me more than anything, having a really definitive timeline, especially being a mom. and just thinking of all the goodbye letters that I'm gonna have to write. And I still might have to do that, but right now, just trying, focusing on getting better, taking the medicines that they tell me to. Yeah, and just try and gain some control back through all of this, because when you get a diagnosis like this, you're kind of plopped into no man's land. I said it's like going on a trip, and you're put on a plane, and you don't know what airline you're flying. You don't have any luggage, and this plane lands, and it's in this foreign country that you don't speak the language. You don't have a dictionary, you don't have a phone, you don't have clothes, and you're just expected to now start a life here. And that's kind of what cancer is feeling like right now for me. Is, yeah, it's just a different life, and I'm learning how to live with it. Yeah, right now I do feel free and alive, which I know sounds probably weird for a lot of people, but when you're given a diagnosis like this, there's a lot of emotions that come up. There's anger, there's resentment, there's guilt, there's doubt, there's sadness, and I mean, that's just a couple of them. I think for so long I haven't felt free in my own body, free in my own life, free in my own decision making, that I now feel free. I can do whatever I want. And not that anyone was stopping me before. I was my biggest contender in the ring, I think. But now I don't have anyone else to fight with. I can't even fight with me. I've got no more excuses. And I think we all have those secret excuses, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna put off doing this because of this, or, you know, I'm gonna not host this dinner party because this, or I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna hold off on that hiking trip until this. I don't have any more time to hold off. So it is freeing just being able to have a smile on your face and go, I get to do this. And the feeling of being alive, because there's some days on this journey so far that I've not felt that and felt like I am dying, like I want to die. And I don't feel like that right now. I feel that there's a purpose to this diagnosis, and that there's a lesson, not only for me, but for others in all of it. So that gives me a huge sense of just feeling alive. Yeah, in a year from now, peace and love, I think, do articulate exactly how I'd want to feel. Peace in whatever stage of the journey I'm at, and hope that I'm slowly getting better and at peace with that. If I haven't gotten better, that I'm at peace with that portion. And love, I think love is something that I've pushed away, that I haven't embraced fully. I haven't told the people around me that I love them and why I love them. And that's my goal for this next year, is just to tell everybody how much I love them, because you don't know what tomorrow is going to bring. And I think what more beautiful way to go out than to have the people that are cherished by us know how important they are to us.